Welcome back to another interesting episode of Safari za Mabingwa. Yes, this one is Daka Mamili coming in partnership with Team Kenya. They're putting together an event. Basically, this is an event that we sit over here and celebrate our champions. They're doing amazing things for the country. They're doing amazing things for themselves. But as a country, we are not giving them the flowers as they deserve. And most of us, we don't know the story. We don't know the work that has been put behind each brand. So that's what we aim to achieve with this particular platform, this particular show, or this particular event. That is why we're here. And also you can get to be part of this. So utahesabika na mabingwa. As you listen to the conversation, utakuna realize, these people who are doing this, ni kama tu mimi, they're not doing anything extra, but the resilience that they're putting in, the hard work and the passion is what is driving them, is what you need to add maybe to your life or to whatever you do for you to be able to also be a champion. Because ni wa Kenya na si ni wa Kenya. Uko kwa nini wanakula tuli? For this particular episode, I'm hosting a gentleman who is also visually impaired, but he is a champion and most of you have seen him everywhere. He's a superstar. This is one for the books. Karibu sana, Chief. How are you?
I'm well.
Uko sawa?
Kabisa nashukuru.
Umetulia?
Nimetulia tu. I thank God.
Yes.
For the far he has taken me.
Okay.
I really appreciate.
Saizi uko na ma-titles ama bado ni jina tu?
Titles bado ziko. 5,000 meters. 10,000 meters and the full marathon. All these titles belongs to Henry Wanyoike as the world champ, as the world records.
Okay.
Yeah.
World record holder.
World record holder.
There's a record that you set and then you broke it in 8 days.
Yeah.
I heard the story. I was like, how do you set a record now? Then 8 days that you break your own record.
That was in a marathon which I did in London.
Yes.
I had been already entitled to do one marathon for my good friends in Germany.
Okay.
And that is Christian Mission. These are the people who really supported me when I lost my sight.
Okay.
So they came on and supported me very much to accept myself, and they took me to a rehabilitation center.
Okay.
So I was doing something as giving back. And also other people, we can be able to produce more product like Henry Wanyoike.
Okay.
Then after being registered for Hamburg Marathon, I was the stand chart. Through the stand chart and marathon, I was also entered for London Marathon, which I was doing the campaign of the Seeing is Believing. And that is how I did this. I had to do all the two my good friends. I started with the London Marathon. Then I was able to beat the world record. A week later, the next day I was traveling to Germany and beat the other record in 1 week.
Champion is in the building. Mwana tunaongea na kina nani hapa. Now, just before we start the show and before we get in the conversation, there's an activity I saw you doing. I want to put it on the test in front of people. So, can I call you Mr.?
Mr. Henry Wanyoike.
Mr. is okay, yeah. So, Mr. Henry Wanyoike has the capability of touching people and knowing huyu ni light skin ama huyu ni dark skin. Ndio pia kishika najua huyu ni dem ama huyu ni Charlie. And I want to put it in the test because this might be a little bit Stevie Wonder situation right here. So wacha tuanze na mtu hapa, sitataja jina ndio usijue. Wacha nianze na mwana akuja na kupea tu mkono.
Yeah.
Yes. So utakam na hiyo side because we'll move on the other side because we're using this shot. Is this a two shot? Can it see the close-up shot for this part? Let's check this one so that watu watakuwa naingia na hapa wanaleta tu mkono peke yake.
Nijue ni Charlie ama ni dem.
Uniambia kama ni Charlie ama ni dem, alafu unaniambia kama ni light skin ama ni dark skin. Iko sawa? Haya, mweke mkono hapo mbele yake, ndio hiyo. Shika hiyo mkono.
Hii mkono si black sana.
Si black.
Iko hapo katikati.
Alafu ni Charlie ama dem?
Huyu ni Charlie.
Huyo ni Charlie. Okay. Let me bring another one. Wow, it is black sana. Umesema ni chocolate.
Chocolate.
Yeah. Wacha nikupatie nyingine tena hapa. Simuchangamke jamani. Leta nataka watu kwa hapo. Njoni hivi kidogo. Haya. No. Simama tu pale kando ya kiti. Hapo pitisha tu mkono. Mguze kidogo. Haya ndio hiyo.
Hii mkono inaweza kuwa black.
Inaweza kuwa black.
Na ni ya kijana.
Okay. Haya ndio ingine inakuja.
Hata hii si black sana.
Si black sana.
Skin.
Si afungue mkono wala amekuja.
Inakaa ime ni confused lakini kama ya red.
Hiyo ni kama ya lady.
Hii ni ya kijana.
Wewe nakuona sana. Hebu nisikizie hiyo ingine. Ndio hiyo hapo kando yako.
Ndio nyeupe kuliko zote.
Ndio. Wata kukwamia mkono ya mtu hivyo.
Nyeupe na ni ya msichana.
Ya msichana.
Yeah.
Now I need one more. I need one more hand. Okay, this is getting interesting. Because I interviewed someone, it's called Julio. Anaguza gari zote, anajua ni gari gani. Wewe sasa ni wanadamu. Haya ndio hiyo. Ile mkono ile ingine. Hiyo.
Ibaru ni the same na yenye nilikuwa nayo mbele. Brown.
Ni brown.
Hiyo brown bado. Yeah.
Alafu chali ya madem.
Huyu ni mrembo.
Unajuaje?
You know, when I went for rehabilitation in Machakos, we were able to be taught on how to work with all the others. You know, you combine the other senses together.
Okay.
When they are, you know, you make them work together.
Okay.
So that you can each complement the other one. So when you lose one sense, the other senses, they work together.
Okay.
And it is good for us. So you can be able to work very well. You know, losing your sight doesn't mean that is end of you.
True.
You can do even other great things like what I've been doing.
Okay.
Becoming a world champion. You know, the medal I bring in this country, that guru I brought to this country, it's the same like what like people like Paul Tagat, people like Kipchoge have brought to this country.
Yeah.
So I don't see the difference between me and the other people. The difference is that I do it with my pace.
Okay.
And until I achieve what I have set in my mind.
All right.
Maybe Kipchoge can do it faster than me. But it was the other day I was telling him to challenge. I want to challenge. He be blindfolded. We ran together and see who is faster. Yeah. But I believe I'm the fastest than even Kipchoge.
Okay.
In my condition.
So we hata auoni kabisa because kuna watu wanaochiwa waseme huyu anaona.
Mi ndile two manners tofautisha when it is right and when it's just that. So I have to rely with the other people. I have to rely with a talking phone. I have to rely with my walking stick. This is my darling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huyo ndo darling. Kwani hauna mtu?
You know when she's always with me. Yeah.
Oh, that one is not always with you.
Yeah. So
na pia nasikia ulimchagua kwa kunini?
Kwa telephone booth. You know, when I was going for this training, when I started to do my competition after Sydney, we used to go to Nyayo National Stadium for training. And it happens that my guide who used to come from Machakos, John Kiaro, he's my good friend.
Yeah.
So by that time, he was a bit late. And those days, we didn't have the mobile phones. So I had to go for the telephone booths, which were next to the stadium. So I found a girl making a phone call and I requested her to dial me the number. So initially she didn't like it, but I had to explain to her I can't see. But she was asking me who has brought you here?
Ulitembea peke yako kwa booth?
Nilikuwa natembea huko juu. That area I had a good orientation. So I was able to move around that area.
Okay.
So but later she agreed. And after that I requested, I thought this must be a good day. So I requested for a cup of coffee. There was a captain there. So I requested whether we can, as I was eating my guide, we can maybe have conversation. Tungoje
tukikunywa kachai.
Story yetu. So after that,
wewe ukaanza mistari.
Hata si kuanzia mistari. So I was explaining to her how we survive, how we do it. And then I took her numbers where I can be able to get her.
And so you ulikram namba yake?
Yeah, hiyo ilikuwa kwa akili.
You them write for me your number, like write it where?
Hata sikuandikiwa, ilika kwa akili.
Ukakram.
Yeah, you know the best with me, I have many numbers in my head. So hata si lazima niweke namba kwa ati niende ni school nijue namba ya fulani. Most of the numbers kama 100 naweza kuambia watu 100 namba zao kwa kichwa yangu. Naweza kuambia huyu namba yake ni namba yake ni si lazima ni scroll. Most of the people who I'm used to work with, namba zao mingi ziko kwa, hata simu ikipotea najua namba zao nitazipata.
Okay.
Yeah, bora tu nimepewa tu namba, nimeipiga mara 3 4 iko kwa akili.
Uko sawa?
Niko sawa.
Haya, so ukaenda kwa mwingia cafeteria, mavibe akakupea namba akaenda.
Yeah.
Wewe ukaendelea na life?
Nikaendelea na life. After miezi kidogo nikampiga simu kumjulia hali. From there nikamuinvite akuje kwetu nyumbani. Na akakuja. Na tukakuwa mabeste kutoka wakati huo. Nikaenda hapo sasa tuko na vijana wawili.
Hey! Auchezi? Yeah. Wanasema love is a feeling. Yeah. I don't want you to see me, I want you to feel me. Well, 2 kids. So how long has it been now?
Around 20 years
20
now.
years.
20 years now.
If she remembers the telephone booth incident, anachekanga tu. Kama unajua mimi ukiniambia ni kufinyia namba, sikuwa nataka kufinyia namba. Little did I know I was gonna be having kids for you.
For sure.
Yeah. Oh, nice. How old are the kids?
The first boy is 20 years.
Okay.
And now the other one is 12 years.
Yeah. Nice. But you are not born and raised up in Nairobi, sindio? You are Nairobi by bus.
Okay, yeah, by bus. I was born in Kiambu County.
Hapa tu kando hapa.
Kabete, we are
Kabete hapo Mwemuto.
Sisi ndio bedroom ya Nairobi.
Hiyo ni ukweli. Bedroom ama veranda?
Sisi ni bedroom. Watu wanafanya Nairobi, wanakuja kulala huko. So in Kabete, Guitar Ward. That is where I was born. Born in slums of Kajero slums. Okay. That is where I was born.
Okay.
With so many challenges when I was growing up.
Okay.
And that time I had to have my good sight. So I went to regular schools, Kajero Primary School, later Kahuru High School.
Everything is going on nicely.
Everything was okay.
Yeah.
For me until after high school, 1 year later, I lost my sight. I had a stroke, a mouse stroke, which affected my optic nerves. So it happens that on 30th April 1995, I went to bed with my good sight after recovery from the stroke. Then from 1st May, I just celebrated my 29th year after I had lost my sight. So,
wow.
But I'm
it's been 29 years.
For these 29 years, I do value these years more than when I used to have my sight. Because there are so many things has happened, and good things has happened, good and bad things has happened in between. But I'm happy that I've been able to overcome the challenges.
Yeah.
So, and that is how I started with my school, primary and high school with my good sight. And in those, when I was in primary school, I used to admire our great athletes. People like our living legend Kipchoge, the older Kipchoge.
Yes.
I used to admire, in fact, I used to call myself Kipchoge in those days.
Okay.
I used to even to call myself Douglas because I used to admire them.
Were you already running?
I was running when I was
in high school,
in primary school.
You started in primary
school.
Oh, okay.
I used to go all the way to the provincial levels. When I went to high school, I used to go to the national levels.
Okay.
So I had won trophies and certificates for the school and for myself.
Oh,
that is
nice.
how I started. Even my dream was to become a well-celebrated athlete after high school.
So basically you are living your dream.
Yeah, I was able to chase my dream.
Yes.
And I'm happy that I was able to chase it.
Literally.
It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy.
Of course it's not easy.
Through rehabilitation.
Yeah.
And there are some people who really supported me in a big way.
Yeah.
Like when I went to Kikuyu Hospital, I had a lady called Petra, and she was from Germany. She really supported me.
Yeah.
With my first passport, with the tracksuit. In fact, the mother, when I met her, she asked me, "What do you want to do when because now you have lost your son? What is that do you want to do? I'm there to support you." And I told her, I want to become an athlete. How? I don't know, but I just want to become an athlete because that was my passion. And so she didn't know how to do it with me, but she told me, "I promise you, slowly by slowly, I'll make sure that you get you'll be able to get to where you want to be." And she talked to the mother. Then when I started to train, after now this is the train after rehabilitation in Machakos, and then from the technical of Machakos, I came to realize that even people with disability can be able to do very well in sports, and that is how I started. In fact, my first shoe, when my doctor talked to the mother, she sent me a pair of shoe and a pair of tracksuit from Germany. So that is how I started.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
That was in the year 1999.
Okay.
And the year I did it my first competition was in Machakos town when we were marking the Olympic day run at Machakos town. I did so where I won a certificate and a trophy. And then from there, I did the same in the year 2000. And this is when I went to Nyayo National Stadium and I qualified for Sydney Paralympics.
Okay.
That was my first international assignment.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now when you run like this, we know that you can't see the track.
Yeah.
So uko na speed governor ama huyo wako pia ni pilot?
Okay, what happened is that when I was introduced to run with a guide in Machakos, it wasn't easy because I used to have like guides. Sometimes we were falling down, but I'm happy that the games teacher by then, he was the deputy principal was running with me. And also even the games teacher was also visually impaired. So, but they really supported me in a big way. And I had to be introduced on how to work with a guide. And sometimes you could fall down. If you can check my heart, they are full of scars.
Yeah,
falling down. But the best thing with Henry, after accepting myself, there is nothing. I don't fear. I don't give up so easily.
Yeah.
And that is how I started. And I was able to make it. And sometimes even today we fall down, but I still continue.
Umeumia sana? Kwa hiyo kuanguka ukikimbia?
Kuanguka unaanguka, unaamuka, you dust yourself and then you continue. Hiyo utugu unasikia baadaye after kumaliza bio.
Wife hajai kuambia sasa babe, come on babe, wachana na hii maneno wewe. You are getting old. Let's focus on the family. Kwa kuja na malama hapa.
Apparently they have been quite supportive.
Yeah.
What I can say, my family has been quite supportive.
Okay.
And even my friends. I have people who are always on my side. In times of thickness, thin and thickness, they have been always there for me.
Okay.
So they just give me enough support. I have people who are close to me, and they really support me in the best they could have done.
Oh, nice. Now let's come to the records. The ones that have been set. Ama tuanze na the ones that have been broken.
Yeah.
Tuanze na broken.
Yeah, most of my records I've been able to beat them not once, not twice.
Hey.
Yeah.
You are serious?
Like for the 5,000 meters in Sydney, though I won the gold medal in Sydney, I missed the world record with only 30 seconds. Then when we came back, and after that, that feeling that I have won, I have been able to beat the odds. It really inspired me, it really motivated me very much. 2 years later, I had even to challenge myself further for the 10,000 meters because of that one medal I won in Sydney. Because my dream was to see Henry at the podium having a medal.
Okay.
In fact, when we went to Sydney, there was that very shallow introduction. This is Henry Wanyoike from Kenya, Rendiri, that. But when they went to the other guys, my competitors, they just mentioned their names, their good names and the titles they have.
Yeah.
So I turned to my guide. That was very shallow. Next time we need a better introduction. So from the first lap to the end, I had wrapped those champions twice towards the end. If you can check the clip when we won my first medal in Sydney, I was dragging my guide to the finishing. If it was not the guide, I could have beaten that record by far. So he was a
guide alikudelay kidogo,
but he did to his best.
Unataka mataito yeye baada na delay.
Lakini but he did to his best. Alinisaidia sana, alinisukuma mpaka mwisho.
So after
kiwaje yote ikasimama
standing ovation.
Yeah.
So after you ukapata mataito zako.
Sasa from there 2 years later we went to France for the World Championships. And I was able to beat 2 world records in 5,000 meters and the 10,000 meters in 1 week. From there we went to Quebec City in Canada, and I was able to beat those 2 world records again in 10,000 meters and the 5,000 meters. From there we went to Athens. I was able to beat those world records again.
Just beating.
From there I decided I should even challenge myself to those who can be able to see. And my first competition was in Singapore when I did my 10 kilometers with the sighted guys. And I won the race.
Wacha wewe.
I won the race.
Wacha. Sasa wewe sasa una tu enjoy. Ulishindana watu wanaona?
Watu wanaona.
Na ukawatandika.
Na nikashinda. From
okay,
there,
guys, let's come here. Let's have a meeting. For real.
For real.
That's amazing.
When I did my first Standard Chartered marathon in Singapore, I was number 1 in 10 kilometers. Hey. From there, I decided even to challenge myself further for half marathons. My first half marathon was in Hong Kong, again with sighted people. And I was, at the end, I was number 1 again.
But sasa unajua Hong Kong pia hiyo usicelebrate sana because unajua sasa wa Chinese.
Kwa watu wote, it was all over because I came from Kenya. There were other guys from other different parts of the world.
Okay.
But I still did my best. I did
with your guide by your side.
With my guide on my side. So these are the people I really treasure for the way they have really.
Let me ask you something, yeah? Why isn't your guide also a gold medal holder? Ama kitu kama hiyo. Kuna kitu kama hiyo?
Okay, after London Paralympics, nowadays the guide also get a medal, so they also get recognition for the good work there. But before, it was only the person who is guided who was getting that recognition. But after London Paralympics, now they also get the gold medal.
Yeah, because wanakimbia na wewe.
They do a lot of good.
Yeah.
Better, because without them, we can't be able to achieve. True. So these are the people like myself. I really value them very, very much.
Yeah.
For the good work they do to me.
Yeah,
they
because ukifika
give me their time and energy and their resources to see that Henry has become a world champion. True.
Unaweza fika kwa finishing line na una morio wako. So inafaa ukifika na yeye, if you're winning, you are being awarded, they're also being awarded. It's only right that they're also celebrated.
Yeah, they have that right now to be celebrated like the way we are being celebrated.
Okay, we are talking about all the winning champions and everything. Lakini kuna ile mai kukuramba?
For now, I can say I still hold those records, but hawajafikia hiyo kiwango ya kuchukua hizo medali zangu.
So hakuna mtu amefika.
Kama siendi, wanaenda wanakibishana tu, lakini wanakibishana time zangu bado ziko sawa pale.
Hadi wanakimbizana tu.
Wanakimbizana tu wenyewe wapate medals, lakini sio title.
So literally wanaona giza.
Wanajua Henry alikuwa amefanya kazi. Kwa hizi 3 records wanajua Henry alikuwa amefanya kazi.
Okay.
So and I'm happy to have those records for all these years. I am very proud of myself.
Okay.
Because when I rose, Henry is that person who take any kind of challenge in a positive way. And that is why I took my brightness in a positive way to be who I am today. It's all about mindset. Niliambia Henry, you have to do like what the others are doing. Go with your own pace. Obey your system. Chapana hao wanaume.
I like the way you are referring to yourself in third person. Pia mimi unajua mimi nilikuwa naongea na Obinna. Nikamwambia Obinna, you know. Okay. Aya, now in all these races you've done, when you are at the top, which one was your favorite? Ile ulikimbia ukasema sasa hii ya leo because everybody normally has that one. The one ile unasema this is the most memorable one, ama something happened.
Okay, the most memorable to me, every medal I have won, to me it has a lot of meaning to me.
Okay.
You know, when people they see Henry, they only see the final product, but they don't know where I have come from, what I have done. I always prepare myself for any big competition in the best way. And all these, my first competition, which was in Sydney Paralympics, I always value that medal because it's like the eye opener.
True,
it was
true
like
story.
The turning point of myself, because if it was not that medal, maybe I could not be well known. So it really motivated me to have all the other medals. So the Sydney medal, which I did it with a lot of challenge, pulling my guide to the end, and then winning that race. It was, and then from the word go, the introduction, it wasn't the best, but after Sydney now I always have the good introduction. So I really value that medal.
So siku hizi unaintroduce aje?
They always introduce me. This is Henry Wanyoike from Kenya, or in maybe 2 or 3, the world champion. Yeah, and I feel good that the Kenya is somewhere it's mentioned. And even my name is well mentioned. So at least when I know I'm in that competition, so I know my competitors. They always know number 1 is already gone. Now we have to compete for number 2, number 3 and the rest.
Washaingiwa na baridi.
Yeah.
Si atu world champ hii imeenda wachana nayo.
Yeah.
Do you receive any stigma by being a visually impaired athlete?
In the beginning, it wasn't easy.
Yeah.
I remember when I was getting my passport.
Okay.
My first passport. Ilikuwa na challenge mingi sana.
Yeah.
Nilitafuta karibu mwezi moja. Unaenda huku there was one lady, she asked me, una shida hapo ukitusumbua ni passport ya kwenda wapi?
So, Nyayo House?
At Nyayo House. That is when I was getting my first passport.
Yeah.
Sasa hiyo ilikuwa ni sasa na shida, why is he asking me like that? And I used to keep telling her, I'm looking for the passport so that I can be able to go to represent our country. And what I did, when I went to Sin and when I won my first medal, I had to come back. I went back to Nyayo House. I took that medal to that lady. Nikamwambia, this is the medal yenye nilikuwa nakusuburia upate your passport.
Okay.
But I got my pass at the end. Tukiwa tumebakia one day ndio nifugiwe. Sasa I'm happy that the principal immigration officer aliniona mara mingi sana huko.
Yeah.
So she came to me and asked me, what do you always come to do here? So he took me to his office and he ordered the passport to be brought in the office. In a few minutes my passport was there.
Kuja kama ni moto.
Ililetwa nikabuenda
na ukimbie
vizuri. So I had the blessing from him. And I did my best and I won my gold medal, of which I took and we became good friends with the lady.
Okay.
Yeah, later.
So hiyo kurudi Nyayo House kupeleka your medal, is that pettiness ama ni closure?
I just wanted to show that person next time akiona mtu kama mimi I'm appreciate na jua town it's like any other person. So it doesn't matter whether you are disabled, you need to be treated equal like any other person. So I wanted to tell her, you see, if you denied me my right, I could not have won this medal.
Okay.
So it is good when you are serving anybody, serve with all your heart, because this person is like any other person.
Okay.
Though he or she is disabled.
So haikukuwa ile ya nye.
Hapana.
My passport.
It is good
on a gold
to support others. But we became good friends later because I took the medal with a good heart.
Oh yeah, true. Hebu niulize, I have not asked these other athletes and I always want to know, the gold medal inakuwa ni gold? Like is it gold?
Inakuwa ile coated gold, si ile pure. Ile tu inakuwa coated, lakini ndio hii ni bronze, hii ni silver.
So iko coated, si gold. No. So huwezi pimisha?
Hiyo pana. Unajua hata huwezi pimisha, hiyo ni kitu na value.
Kama ni gold, niambie tu.
Zingine kwa museum. Moja nimepeana kwa museum. Athletics museum, moja nimepeana huko.
Kwani zilikuwa ngapi yenye unapeana tu hizi?
Nimeshinda medali mingi.
So zingine ziko wapi?
Zingine niko nazo. I have them.
So ulisikia unakuja kwa hii show lakini ukadecide Obinna hawezi taka medal.
Nimepeana huko ndio watu wakienda huko wanaona what Henry has done. In his condition, this is what somebody with a disability can do and can be able to achieve.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's deviate kidogo, tutoke athletics kidogo. We're gonna come back ama wacha ni deviate because they tie into each other, then tunarudi kwa the challenges and also what the government and also Kenyans can do differently. But kidogo tukuje kwa story yako. You ran for office?
Yeah, Henry Wanyoike has the Henry Wanyoike Foundation.
Okay.
There was a time I was nominated as the member of County Assembly of Kiambu to represent people with disability. So Henry Wanyoike leadership, I know there's a program we went through when I was at Machako, called President's Award.
Okay.
And in this program that is how even I was able to be where I am today.
Okay.
And I was able to learn about leadership, about adventurous journeys.
Okay.
About how I can be able to become a champion. So the skills I took, it was still athletics. And through this program, I was able now to know the leadership and how I can be able to, as Henry Wanyoike, how I can be able to be a good product in the community.
Okay.
And that is how I registered the Henry Wanyoike Foundation. have been the brand ambassador for Standard Chartered Bank for the Seeing is Believing campaign.
Yeah.
Also the Idomi company, Edda, there's a manufacturer of the shoe company in Kenya. People like Christian Mission in Germany, Light for the World in Austria. So these are the people who have been able to represent, and Deep Heat.
Okay.
Yeah, these are the companies have been able to represent.
Umetoka huko kwa politics. Mbio. Nimekuona. Umeenda ukaenda uza represent hapa kwa politics hapa. Yeah. Kuliendaje? You're no longer a politician, am you going back?
What happened is that when I was nominated, I had filed for this seat, and I was able to go to my ward, and I had to look for votes. There were not enough by that time, but for the party I was vying, I was number 2, so I did to my best.
Okay.
So from the winner to me, I was second. But next time there will be enough votes for me.
Oh, so you are looking to run for a political office again?
I'm not very sure, but if it all goes well, maybe I can still go back there.
Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? Yeah,
okay.
You have to venture for many for other. I want to show the world that even with disability, you can be a great leader. It's all about your mindset.
True.
It doesn't mean that because you are good looking,
and
with the disability you cannot do anything. And I know I can transform the life of my people in my area.
Yeah.
So I know I have the capability. I know I have all what it takes. I have the ability.
Okay.
If I can be able to beat the world records in athletics, I've been able to beat all the odds. And even my disability, what is that difficult? I cannot be able to do.
I've seen the way you've sneaked in that good-looking part in there. And even if you are good-looking, I'm like, okay, Henry, I see you. So let me send you to Henry. Tell Henry we see him. Okay, ukikutana naye umwambie hivyo. Okay, so let's come to the challenges that most athletes are getting. Because when you are getting in there, you got into the... Most Gen Z guys don't know that era, the phone booth era. Digital space was not that bubbly. Probably that time in the start, maybe Facebook ilikuwa imeanza kweli?
Bado
Haikuwa imeanza, haikuwa. But saizi there's a lot of digital things happening. Unakimbia kama ni Paris where people can see it live. Kitambo ilikuwa live ngoje KBC, time fulani and everything, but now things have changed. But they always say as much as things change, they still remain the same. So you look at, there's a couple of things that have happened in the athletics field in this country, but there's some things that bado zia change. Ukiangalia, you hang out with athletes, you mentor them, you direct them, you coach some of them. What do you think has not changed that has been there? Ama what's not going right?
I can say the upcoming athletes,
yes,
some of them, they want quick money.
Okay.
And that is why you see they end up in drugs,
doping,
in the doping, those substances.
Yeah.
And so they end up losing their career.
Yeah.
They could be promising athletes, but they end up living a miserable life.
Yeah.
Because of this, they want to make quick money. But for the athletes who used to run in our days, when we started to run, and those I found running, and even those who are still running today, in those days, we used to run clean. We used to train even very, very hard. We were very passionate because we are not running for today. We wanted you to see whether we can be able to remain with that glory for many years. For us, we want to be, to fight for that good name.
Yeah.
You see, you don't get that name so easily. So you need to keep that name for many years. And even by the time you quit you are out of the sport. You leave the sport with a good name. But some of our athletes today, it's only 1 year, he or she is gone. 1 year, he or she is gone because I think they are not sometimes very focused.
Yeah.
So when they get money, they see now I'm good.
Okay.
So they stop doing their training.
It gets to the head,
they want
basically.
to go through shortcuts.
Yeah.
That is the things I can see, the difference between when we are used to be very active and those who are today in the competitions.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what of the government? Let's talk about support aspect. The support, whether government or non-governmental support.
when we were running, when we started in the year 2000, there was not that much support, like for our sports.
Yeah.
They were very new in this country.
Okay.
So not many people, they knew about the sports for the people with disability. So we had a lot of challenge to get even a pair of shoes, to get a tracksuit. We have to get those shoes and whatever. And that is where you see I got my first tracksuit from Germany and the pair of shoes.
Oh, the gift,
easy. It wasn't easy to get those support.
Okay.
I remember even when we went to Sydney, we didn't have the proper running shoes and the official uniform. So even we had to, for those who took us, we had to get support from somebody from Australia. That is how we got our official sport gear. But now I can say the recent years, the government has been quite supportive. Now they understand the sports for the people with disability. Even the private sector, they can see companies supporting people with disability in a big way. So I'm happy that if those who are very active in sport, they can take the advantage of the government support and from the well-wishers, the private sectors. I'm happy that things are getting better and better.
All righty. There you have it. From the champion himself, he's told you what you need to do, so get on with it. Get on with it. Any last words of advice to Kenyans who are supporting the game? Because now, so without Kenyan support, you're not celebrated as much as you deserve.
Okay, I can tell my good friends, the Kenyans, who have been of good support. In fact, the way I am today, is because of that good celebration. I always get good honors in this country. I always get good support from all corners of this. Wherever I go to this country, I get good reception.
Yes.
So I'm happy that to my side, to me, I know I'm very well celebrated. Even when I see in the school books, they read about Henry Wanyoike, the heroes of this country, they mention the name of Henry. I feel good that have been well recognized. And I want to tell my good friends to continue supporting the talents. If you can be able to support her, nowadays it's like now we have moved to the bettings. So people, they want to know about the Premier League, the English Premier League. So now we have added there. We need to celebrate our own people in our best way. If the Olympics are coming soon, the Paralympics are coming soon, I wish everybody in this country can be able to support this team, the Kenyan team, in the best way. If from the government, from the private sector, even the Kenyans themselves, to support our team so that we can be able to have more medals. You can see from the recent years we have it's like the medals, how we get medals, it's getting down and
reducing,
down. So it's reducing each and every competition.
Okay.
But if we can have enough support from every corner, I believe this Olympics, we can be able to win more medals. And I know we have a strong team which can be able to deliver.
There you have it. Question is, do you want to hesabika na Mabingwa? You think about it, let us know in the comment section below. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you so much, Champ, for coming through.
Thank you very much.
We appreciate, and congratulations for breaking all these records.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm working on my book, Henry Wanyoike Victory Despite Blindness. A movie is coming soon.
Oh, even a movie?
A movie.
Uko na hiyo movie?
A movie is coming soon.
Uko ndani ama kuna mtu ana act kama wewe?
Somebody is acting. And so the movie is coming soon.
Okay.
This is being done by the guy director who did the story of the oldest student in this world.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's doing a good movie.
All right.
And I know the movie from that book is we have 3 books, one in English, the one in German, the one in Dutch, another Dutch. So I'm happy that I'm also in the books.
Okay.
And also through the Henry Wanyoike Foundation, what we are doing to support my community.
Okay.
And I feel good, and I want to thank everybody who have been of great support.
Yeah.
Those people who have really supported me, my guides, my family, my friends, all the sponsors. I want just to wish them well for the good support they have given to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Asante sana.